everyone, so I thought I would just pop on here and do kind of just a little chit chat vloggy update type of video, and I also wanted to talk to you about something quite unfortunate that's been happening to me. Now, if you follow me on Twitter and Instagram, then you would probably have seen this week. I don't know why I'm laughing, it isn't funny at all, but I have basically got someone who is a YouTube imposter. Now, she is basically someone who has been emailing different brands, so kind of PR brands. Two off the top of my head that she has emailed have been Jewel Candle and Babushka Communications, which represent brands like Heel Gel and that kind of thing. And they're two brands that I work with quite closely and quite regularly, and she has emailed these brands introducing herself under the name of Emma, and used my YouTube link, my Facebook link, my Twitter link and my Instagram link, and basically has asked to review products on my channel, and has claimed to be me. So she claims to be the owner of my channel. Now, this is something that probably the first time it happened I kind of thought, oh, for God's sake, and she also signed it with her own name, which I thought was a bit weird, but I kind of didn't pay much attention to it. But over this past week it's been happening again, and I've been contacted by quite a few PR companies that have notified me to the situation, and I have kind of been forced to do something about it. Now, I thought I would come on here and talk about it for two reasons. One, to make you guys aware of it, and also any other bloggers that are watching. I know I have quite a few other bloggers and vloggers who watch my videos, so just be aware of this. And also, if the person themselves is watching, it is not cool to try and claim freebies. And I get that people think that, you know, we get a lot of free stuff, and we do get a lot of free stuff. We are, you know, in the YouTube community extremely fortunate, and I'm aware of how fortunate I am to get to work with some of the brands that I work with. But it's not essentially freebies, you know, you don't get them for nothing. You have worked, I say you, but me basically, have worked so hard for a really long time to get my channel to where it is, and to a point where I have a platform and an audience where brands even want to work with me. Therefore, it isn't fair for someone else to come and try and kind of get that benefit without doing any of the hard work, regardless of the fact that it's absolutely ridiculous to be pretending that you're someone that you're not. And of course, if any of these brands, for example, or brands I didn't work with, a brand who weren't familiar with me, were to agree and to send this person some products, they're never going to get their kind of deal out of it either, because this person's never going to review their products, because you can't review them on my channel, because guess what, she isn't me. And the other thing I think is it just kind of creates a lot of mistrust in the sort of community, and most PR brands will check up on it. That's why they kind of noticed and thought that it looked a bit suspicious. And the other thing was as well, she was promising kind of good reviews on some of the products if they'd only send them to her, which is something that I never ever do. Full disclosure, I do the odd sponsored video, and I'm working on one at the moment actually, but I will always tell you when it's a sponsored video. And I don't think you can be angry at anyone for doing a sponsored video if it's, you know, not, if it's something that's not completely, you know, removed from what their channel's about. So if someone told me, you know, do a sponsored video about horses, that would be completely ridiculous. But if it's a sponsored video that's about something that's kind of relevant, you know, you're getting paid for something, and as long as you do it in the correct way, there's nothing wrong with that. But I never ever tell a brand that I'm going to do a good review on one of their products, because what would be the point of that? You know, just for a free product? What if I actually don't like the product? That's just lying. It's lying to me, and it's lying to you, and that would be something that I would never ever want to do. I just don't see what the point of that would be. So that was something that made me really angry, because I just thought, like, no, you're like putting it out there to brands that is something that this channel does, gives positive reviews, you know, off the bat, kind of promising that. And that's not what this channel does at all. That's not what I'm about, that's not who I am, and that's not what I do. So that was really really bad, and I had been contacted by a few other bloggers who said that the same thing had happened to them, and it's really horrible when someone's kind of using your work and trying to get stuff out of it, and someone's pretending to be you. Now, I did my research. I know what this person's email address is, I even know their Instagram page, but I don't want to make this into something really big and ugly, because part of me actually feels bad for this person. You know, I don't want to kind of put their email address out there for everyone to see and that kind of thing. Part of me does feel bad for this person that they felt like they needed to do this. But if you are watching, all I can say is, could you please stop? Because if this doesn't stop and this keeps going on, I am going to have to do something about it, and it is essentially a form of identity theft. And I've got lots of other blogger friends who the same thing has happened to, and who have gone to the police with it, and it's become a big deal, and I don't want to make it into something like that. So if you are watching, I would really appreciate it if you just stopped. I don't know if I should email this person and say this in case they don't even watch my videos. I don't know, you know, let me know in the comments below what you think on the topic, because to be fair, it's not something that I ever thought I'd have to experience. It's something that I keep wanting to laugh about it. It isn't funny. I don't know why I'm laughing. I do that in the kind of, when I find something quite disturbing, I laugh. It's a nervous thing. But it's just, yeah, it's been something really miserable that's happened this week, and it's just been really not nice to have to deal with. And I just hope that, you know, none of you have to deal with that kind of thing as well. It's just really horrible. But I thought I'd come on here and share it as well, just in case, and in case any of you had any advice or anything like that, or had anything similar that had happened to you, then let me know in the comments below. But apart from that, what else have I had going on? I am joining Slimming World, which I know will make so many of you really happy, because lots of you have been telling me about it all the time, and I am going to be joining them. I was in fact given a voucher to join them from Slimming World themselves, and I was going to make a joke about, they realised I was so fat they needed to give me Slimming World, but that's not how it was at all. Yeah, I'm going to go on Wednesday. I'm not sure when this video is going to go up yet, but I'm really excited about it. You know, I've got a few of the books and that kind of thing, and the only thing I'm worried about is I don't think the weight loss will be speedy enough for me, because I'm very impatient when it comes to that kind of thing. I need quick results, and I know it's not about that, but I also know that my eating habits really need to be looked at, because they're just all over the place. They go from one extreme to the other, and just very erratic, and I'm hoping that it'll be able to kind of teach me a more sensible way of eating, and just being a bit more in control in a moderate way, whereas normally it's either super controlled or super out of control. So I'm hoping that that will help. But I'm excited about it, because I know there's quite a big Slimming World community on YouTube. I've been watching, I'll link her channel below. I can't remember what her name is. Rose, I can't remember, Keaton, something like that maybe. She's Scottish, and she does kind of Slimming World food diaries, and they're really good fun to watch. So I've been watching a lot of those recently, and on Instagram there's quite a big community as well, which I think is really fun. So I'm going to kind of get stuck into that as well, and report my progress back to you and what I think and that kind of thing. I'm not going to do weekly weigh-ins, I don't think, but I'll just kind of maybe do some food diaries and that kind of thing, and just see how I get on. But yeah, that's it for this video. It was just a kind of chit chat update type of video that I wanted to make, and yeah, the main thing that I want to kind of say as well is that my email address is thesparkleicious@gmail.com. That is the only email address that any PR brand, any subscriber, anything you will ever hear from me. It's only from that email address. So an email address that's someone's name and then some numbers at Hotmail, whatever, is not going to be me. That's never me. I only contact from one email address. I will put an annotation for this email address here. That email address is always in the description box of all my videos, and on my channel page in the about section as well. And I know most brands do check that out, but I was just, you know, thinking if there was any other person who wanted to contact me or anything like that, that is the only email address that you will ever hear from me. Of course, you can always get hold of me on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram as well. Facebook less so, because I like Instagram the most. That's my favourite kind of platform. But Anyway, I will love you and leave you now. I hope you'll have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.